Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be smoking a beef cheek and we're also going to run a test on the Oklahoma Joe's Rambler portable barbecue and we're going to see if we can get a 5 to 6 hour smoke out of it. So we'll start by setting it up. Alright, so we're basically going to run a mini snake method. So we'll start by removing our cooking grates and get it set up. Right, we'll just leave enough space there for the briquettes we'll get our snake started with. And we're just going to go a 2x1 stack because it's a bit of a smaller barbecue. I'm thinking it should be alright with a 2x1. If I'm using the Weber or another kettle style barbecue, I'll go a 2x2, especially because these are smaller briquettes. If you're using larger briquettes, probably go a 2x1 anyways. But we'll just finish this off with a 1 stack on top. Just going to get a beautiful little chunk of cherry and I'm going to sit it right there. And then we're going to get about 8 nice red hot ashed over briquettes and we're going to start the snake up that end. And then we're going to put our cooking grate on. And then I'll show you the vents, how we're going to control our temp. So we're going to leave that one wide open. And you've also got another one on the side here. So we're just going to start by having that at about half. And then when we get near our target temperature, I reckon we'll have that almost closed. So we'll leave that at half and then we'll see how our temperature comes up. So I haven't actually ran the Rambler like this before, so it's going to be a bit of an experiment to try and get it to work. But essentially, I'm going to treat it as if I was running the snake like I do in any other barbecue. Slightly different because it's quite a bit smaller, but we'll make do with what we've got. We'll see how we go, and I'm just going to wait until we get to about that 250 Fahrenheit or 120 Celsius. And then, like I said, we're going to basically shut that side vent down so it's almost closed, and hopefully we'll stabilize off at around that 275 Fahrenheit or 135 Celsius, which is the cooking temperature we're going to be aiming for today. So we'll wait until we get there, and we'll see how we go. All right, then we've got a beautiful Wagyu beef cheek from Austral Meats. So we're going to just remove this silver skin and any excess fat. Right, and then you'll end up with something like that. We're just going to keep it simple today. We're going to season it with salt, pepper, garlic. So you can go ahead and give it a nice, generous coating. Alright, so it's already taking a bit longer to get up to 250 than what I expected. So we're just going to open that up fully. Maybe I should have added a few more red hot briquettes, but that's fine. We'll get there eventually. So we'll come back soon and keep an eye on our temperature. Alright, as you can see, we're almost up to 250. Still got that side vent wide open. So what we're going to do now, because we've got that clean burning smoke, is we're going to get our beef cheek on anyway. And we're just going to see where that temperature stabilizes off. We might end up just running that side vent at the half instead of shutting it down to almost closed anyway. So we'll just get our beef cheek on and see what happens. All right, so we're going to put the beef cheek over that side away from where the snake's burning, and then once the snake starts to burn close to where it's going to be underneath the cheek, we're going to move the cheek to the opposite side. You don't ever want your heat source burning directly under your meat, otherwise it's just going to burn the bottom. So we're just going to close the lid now and make some adjustments along the way to hold it about that 275 range like we mentioned before. Alright, so we're just up over the 250 range. I think I'm going to shut that down to about half now and smell that beautiful cherry smoke. So we're just going to keep an eye on it until we stabilize it off and come back soon. Alright, so it's just starting to creep over 275. So what we'll do is we'll just shut that down to about a quarter. It was creeping up ever so slightly, so I reckon that should stabilize us off, but we'll wait and see. Alright, so I think we've pretty much got it dialed in now, but we're just going to keep an eye on it, and if we drop below our temperature, we'll just open that side vent up a little bit, let it do its thing and find itself for about 15 to 20 minutes, or if we overshoot, we're just going to shut it down ever so slightly. Not going to panic and close vents down or open them right up. We're just going to make slight adjustments until it finds its sweet spot. Hopefully that'll just stay like that all day. And what we're going to do with the beef cheeks is we're just going to take them until we're happy with the color. If you're looking for an internal temperature, it's probably going to be somewhere around that 160 Fahrenheit or 70-ish degrees Celsius, but Like I said, we're going to take them until we're happy with the colour, and then we're going to put them in some stock later on, so we'll come back soon. Right, so it's been just over an hour, sitting beautiful. Let's have a look if we need to move the cheek. So it is starting to get pretty close. We're all burnt out up that end, so I might move it up there, and then that'll give us quite a few hours burn time before we've got to move it again, if at all. So we'll let it do its thing again and come back when we get that nice deep rich mahogany colour, and then we'll get it in the stock. All right, we're about 3 hours in, and it's actually been holding around our target temperature beautifully. So let's open it up and have a look, and we might even be ready to get it into our stock mix. All right, it's got some really nice colour on it. Just for reference, we'll have a quick check of the internal. That's pretty much where I thought it would be, around the 160 Fahrenheit or 70 degrees Celsius internal. So let's make a quick stock mix for it to go in. All right, so in a tray, obviously we're going to leave enough room so we can put the beef cheek in there without it overflowing. We're going to go a 50-50 mix of beef stock and a nice dark beer. In this case, we've got some Pirate Life Dark Lager. You could use a nice stout if you want. Always goes well with beef. Pour some of that in there too. And that should be enough. And then we've got a cinnamon quill, star anise. We've got some shallot, 3 cloves of garlic. Just pressed them until they smashed a little bit. A few little slices of ginger. Now I'd normally put some soy sauce in there, but I just ran out, so unfortunately I'd normally put a splash of that in there. And then we'll go a few drops of sesame oil. You gotta be careful with this stuff, it's really strong, so we'll go about 3 drops in there. And then because we don't have soy sauce, we'll put a generous amount of salt in there, so probably a good teaspoon worth, I reckon. So that's just a pretty basic stock mix. You can get creative with the flavors if you want. Give that a stir around, and then we'll put it in the barbecue, and we're going to let that heat up before we put the beef cheek in there. We don't want to be putting that beef cheek into a cold stock mix, so we'll get this in the barbecue, let it heat up, and then we'll get our beef cheek in there. Alright, our stock mix should be all good. Been about 10 minutes, so we'll get our beef cheek in there, and we're just going to let that boat away. Turn this foil around. I'm really not fussed how the heat's getting it. It's pretty protected in there, so we'll close the lid and let it go. Alright, now our beef cheek is in that stock mix. We're pretty much just going to leave it. I might flip it every hour or so, just so both sides get a good dunk in that nice flavoursome stock mix. And apart from that, we're pretty much just going to leave it until it's probing like butter and around that 205 Fahrenheit or 96 degrees Celsius. It might take them a bit longer to get to that probe tender or real pull apart type stage. Beef cheeks do take a little bit longer and need to go a little bit further sometimes, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're not going to go by internal temp. That's just going to be a rough guide. As usual, we're going to go by probe tenderness and feel. So we'll come back a bit later on. All right, we are 6 hours in and this thing has barely moved. We've had a few little fluctuations, but I've been really impressed with how this snake has ran in the Rambler. I reckon we're just about done. I had a quick probe around about half an hour ago and we were just about there. So let's open it up and have a look. Cheek is looking beautiful. We haven't completely burnt through the snake yet. I'd say there's probably still at least an hour in there. It is getting towards the end, but still definitely an hour there. So a quick probe of this cheek. I'll flip this a few times. So you can see that's just probing in there like butter. Let's have a read of that internal. Get close to that 205 mark. Make sure we get right in the center there. Tiny bit of resistance. on this side. So I reckon we'll just give it another half an hour and we'll come back. Alright, so it's been another half an hour and our beef cheek is probing beautifully all over, no resistance, and we're at about that 210 Fahrenheit or 98-ish degrees Celsius. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get the beef cheek out. I'm not really going to let it rest. I don't think that beef cheeks need a massive rest because they're a really small cut, and this Wagyu stuff had so much intramuscular fat in there anyway. It's got so much moisture in there, plus it's been in the boating liquid. So we'll get it out, we'll pull it apart and have a taste. Alright, so the smell coming off of this is amazing. Don't throw away that stock. You can reduce that down further and make a really nice sauce. The only trouble here is I'm probably going to burn my hands. So I've double gloved and that is just pulling apart so nicely. Look at that. That is just magic. Super, super hot. Burning my hands while we're doing it. But we'll have a quick taste now. Alright, time for a taste. I seriously cannot get over the smell of this. It is incredible. That is incredible. That tastes even better than it looks and smells. Dip a bit back in the stock. So rich and beefy. I absolutely love beef cheeks. They're not for everyone, but personally, absolutely love it. Really good taste, texture. That stock is just amazing. Seriously, you could use that meat in steamed buns. You could make beef cheek tacos, put it in some pies. Let us know what you would do with them or if you've done something with them in the past. That is so, so good. Highly recommend it. That Rambler, imagine taking that out on a camping trip. That is a perfect portable barbecue. I reckon that snake will last for about 8 hours and we still had a bit of room to go around again. So you could do some beef ribs, you could do a little brisket in there, some pulled pork. Absolute great choice for a portable barbecue. There's quite a bit of cooking space in there. It's slightly bigger than your Weber GAs. Still super portable. That held the snake so well all day at that 275 range. So I'm going to go eat the little bit that's left off camera. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.